Hi friends, today we are going to talk about time. And the first thing I want to tell you that this is called a clock. This is called a clock and this thing is called a watch. I think that you wear on the wrist is called watch and this is called a clock. Normally, a clock has three hands. One, two, three hands. But unfortunately, this clock has only two hands. This one, the moving one, is called the minute hand. Okay, I'm moving this minute hand, and the other one that you can see here is called the hour hand. Okay, and there is one more hand in a clock, is called the second hand, but this is not present in this clock. Here we have only two hands, minute hand and hour hand, and we are going to talk about only this two hands, this minute hand and hour hand in this video. In English, normally we use 12-hour clock, but some countries they write a 24-hour clock. But even it is the case when they speak about the time, they do use 12-hour clock. So as we do in the normal life, we don't say 23:30 or 21:40. We don't say that. Normally we say 11:30, 12:30 or 10:50. This is how we speak about the time. So let's see how we can do this. First we begin with this 12. We have actually two 12s, 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. So it's a little bit confusing for the people, so we don't use it normally am and pm, because people do not know which one is which. Okay, so normally what we can use is that noon. American people they use noon, and uh, British people, I mean UK, those who are living in UK, they use midday for the time that we eat lunch. So noon or midday. Yeah, cool. So, in America, if you are eating lunch this time, it's called noon, and in UK, it's called midday. Okay. So, if you really want to say 12 o'clock, you can say 12 noon, but saying AM and PM, this is not it's not super clear to many people. So I don't recommend saying that 12 AM and PM. So you can say that 12 noon if you want. Yeah, so any time after noon will be PM. Any time after noon will be PM. For example, now this time, sorry. Yeah, this one. It's now 1 p.m. It's now 1 p.m. So you can say it the time. You can say it either 1 p.m. or 1 o'clock or 1 o'clock p.m. It's up to you. You can say in any way. But if you ask me, I say 1. I say 1 because it's very clear. It's very clear. I'm not talking about 1 o'clock early morning. That time I usually sleep. So of course, when I mean 1, it means 1 o'clock in the afternoon because we are speaking about afternoon. So it's very clear. Yeah. So you have a lot of options to specify this time. Either you can say 1 or 1 o'clock or 1 p.m. or 1 o'clock p.m. So it's up to you. It's all depend on how specific and clear you want to be when you speak about the time. That's all. So if we go a little bit past the hour, for example, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, a little bit up to here, up to 10. Okay, this is 10. Yeah, so not more than that. Okay, if you have a couple of minutes, but less than 10, you can say, you can add O there. For example, 101 or 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, but not 1 or 10. Up to 109 you can say that, but when you reach 10 you cannot use hour or clock. Simply you can say that 110, 110, or 110, or 110 p.m. You can say that 110 p.m. But we don't use O or clock. We simply say 110 or 110 p.m. It's up to you. Yeah, however, some people use words like past or after to specify this time instead of 110. It's up to them. They can use it, no problem. But I don't recommend using that. Just recommend you using 110. That's enough. But even if you don't use it, no problem. Okay, fine. It's up to you. So those who are using the word past and after to specify this time, let me speak how to use it first of all. So if you are saying that instead of 110 you can use past, the word past there, so you have to start with the 10 first. Okay, 10 past 1, 10 past 1, or 10 after 1, 10 after 1. So we have 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, then 10 past 1 or 10 after 1. Yeah, now if you go an extra 5 minutes, if you go an extra 5 minutes, so it's called 115, and this 15 is actually the 25 percentage of 16 minutes. So 25 is percent is also called quarter. So you can say that quarter past 1 or quarter after 1. Okay, or we can simply say that 115. That's cool. And if we go an extra 15 minutes, yeah, now it is 130. Okay, 130. Since it is half of the 60 we covered, so we can say that half past 1, or half after 1, or simply we can say that 1:30 or 1:30 p.m. So it's up to us purely. If we go an extra 15 minutes, if we go an extra 15 minutes, if we go an extra 15 minutes, now we have another quarter. Okay, we have another quarter, but this time it's not after, it's just before. It's not after, it's just before, but we can't say before. Okay, so instead of that we say that quarter to 2, quarter to 2, or quarter till 2. Okay, it's because in 15 minutes, or in quarter of 1 hour, it will be 2 o'clock. So quarter to 2 or quarter till 2. Yeah, and for me, I would say 1:45. That's cool for me because it's easier for me to say and it's easier for the people to understand too. So instead of saying quarter to 2 or quarter till 2, I prefer to say 1:45. Yeah, now let's look at some different times randomly. So what time do I wake up? I normally wake up in the morning. Let me set up first. Yeah, I normally wake up this time. So you can see that. Is it AM or PM? Of course, it is in the morning, so it's AM. So if you ask me, how would I say this? I would say 5:25. 5:25. Okay. If you want to say that, you can say 5:25 or 5:25 AM. You can say that, no problem. Since it is not quarter, okay, since it is not quarter, and we cannot say that or clock, we can add those words here. So simply we can say 5:25, 5:20. So if I am late at 5 minutes, then yeah, now I can say that 5:13, 5:13. I'm in 5:30. So I wake up at 5:30, 5:30 a.m. Or I can say that half past 5 or half after 5. So I just recommend you saying simply 5:30. That's all. Now let's check what time do I usually go to bed. 8. So let's fix it time for the time being. Yeah. So imagine this is the time I usually go to bed. Now if you ask me how would I say this, I say 10:15. Cool, 10:50. And if you want to say, you can add you can say 10:15 p.m. 10:15 p.m. Or you can say quarter past 10, quarter past 10, or quarter after 10. But I recommend you saying simply 10:15. That's all. Yeah, finally, if I speak about my lunchtime, for example, if I ate my lunch this time, it's not in the afternoon, it's before noon actually. So suppose if I eat my lunch this time, how can we say the timing? So if you ask me this, I will say 10:55, 10:55 normally. But still, you can say that if you want. You can say that 5 to 11. Okay, 5 to 11 or 5 till 11. 5 till 11. Okay, it's up to you, but it's easy for me to say that 10:55 a.m. Again we have afternoon and midnight. Afternoon and midnight. If we are in the afternoon but not at midnight, we always use PM. We always use PM. Again, if we are in the midnight but not yet in the noon or afternoon, we say AM. So when we speak about the time, if you are not a soldier, if you are not working in airport, if you are not a sailor, it's easier for us to say that 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, instead of saying 13:15 or 16:15 or 20:50, like that. We don't want to use the 24 hours clock's timing. We can simply use 12 hours clock timing. That's enough for people like us.